Welcome to another episode of Anglermaid's Aaron at the Fly Desk. Today we're going to tie a really cool fly called a Hellgrammite. And these live at the bottom of rivers, underneath rocks, stumps. They're a big bad fly that if they get in the open water, the fish gobble up. And during stonefly season, this fly also works very good because it can imitate a stonefly as well. And it's just a fun fly to tie because it looks buggy. So that's what we're tying today. So today we're using a size 10 curved nymph hook. It's the Daiichi 1270. And the first thing we're doing is we're putting some goose biots. Goose biots look like this, and I just cut 2 off. And then I flip them opposite of each other so they create kind of a V for my tail. Oops. You can get a little bit slick, so you gotta kind of hold them where you want them. We're gonna wrap these kind of down towards the bend, like so. So you can see it creates a nice little V right there. Alright, next thing we're gonna do, we're going to get us some black thread, and I'm going to just tie it into the body of this, and we're going to just hang it off of our rotary vise like so. We leave it on the bobbin because we'll end up using this few steps. Next thing we're gonna do, hey Jace, you fly tire?
Yeah.
You just coming to watch?
No, I'm going to make a fly.
You're gonna make a fly?
Yeah.
Okay, you're up next, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna put 2 pieces of Ostrich Herl. Oops, I pulled that one out. And I put them one on one side, one on the other. Just make sure I wrap them so one's on one side of the hook and one's on the other. Then I'm going to get some V-rib. And got the sniffles? Alright. So with the V-rib, I want my flat end facing me. I keep it on the side of the hook.
And Dad?
Yeah.
Can I do it with the camera too?
Yeah, you want me to film you making a fly? In fact, we'll show you Jace's creation. We call it Jace's minnow. He has learned how to use glue. And so I've got glue all over my fly desk. So those 2 are Jace's minnow. He's going to go catch some fish with them, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright. So now we're going to take our V-rib. And I'm going to, whoops, what I didn't do is I like to do a couple wraps behind it. Can't remember if I did or not. By wrapping 2 wraps behind it just helps us wrap a little bit smoother from the start. And I just go end over end. So now I'm making myself a nice segmented body. Like so. Jace is only 6 years old and he's already knows his way around the fly nest, don't you, buddy?
So the way that I made this windows, I started hitting the line on and make sure it's closed.
Okay, all right, let me finish this one.
Then I made the feather and then glue. I did the eyes and then the glue.
Good.
And I put the glue on the eyes.
Okay.
So they won't fall out.
All right, so we're going to do this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our olive thread and we're going to tie it off.
Hook it.
Hook it, loop it, right?
Yeah, hook it.
Okay.
Hook it, spin it, triangle. Done.
Yeah, you know how to do a whip finisher, don't you?
Yeah, I tried to try it, but it keeps making me go like this. I tried to hook it, and spin it. I was almost doing it, but it did.
Okay, let me do the talking because I got to explain to our viewers how to do this, okay?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this, these 2 pieces of ostrich herl, we're going to keep them one on each side. We're going to just start wrapping our thread and hit each one of these segments with our black thread. You can see how it's kicking us out some nice legs. Like so. The best part about this fly is it is buggy.
Yeah, fish eat bugs.
They do eat bugs, don't they?
Yeah.
So you can see
When
with the
they
ostrich,
When they
it makes
see
some nice
but when they see
legs.
bugs in both the water, they just jump out and just open their mouth and then eat it.
Eat it, don't they?
They go like this. They go like this.
Yep. Gobble them off the top. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put some dark olive dubbing.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to put on.
It can be hard, can it?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to put a lot on, but I'm going to put just enough to where I get some leg action kicking off. And then we're going to make a nice little black head. So I cut this dubbing. Alright, I think I'm going to put a little bit more dubbing on this. Right through there. Okay, so I got some olive dubbing. And I build up a nice little black head. And we're going to whip finish this.
And fish need gills so they can breathe.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to cut this dubbing so everything stays pretty symmetrical. And I'm going to lick my fingers and I'm going to pull this down tight. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our trusty UV glue and I'm going to build up a thorax with it. So I use thick, the same stuff that Jace uses for his minnows.
Yeah, I do. And even I put them on the eyes.
You do, don't you?
Yeah. And then I just put the Lysol. So
The light on it?
yes. So when the smoke comes off, it means means it's following.
Okay, so now I'll check my thorax. And looks nice and tight. Then I'll pull out my legs so you can see those. And you got the nice little V-tail. The last thing I do is I get some thin UV glue, and then you can talk. So what I do is I like to put just a little tiny bit come on. Of thin glue so it seals in that thread. Okay, so that, my friends, is my version of a Hellgrammite. Cut some of these legs off. Works really good during stonefly season. You can see the bottom of it. And it's just a real buggy looking fly. It can even imitate a damsel-fly nymph. But just super buggy, succulent fly for a big trout. So thank you for watching this episode of Aaron at the Fly Desk with our guest star, Jace. You like that fly, Jace?
Yeah.
Is it good looking?
Yes.
Does it look like it could bite you?
Now.
Thank you for watching.
This is so fun.